So we're at World War-Con 2012 in Salt Lake City.
Right.
And you are the author, illustrator.
I'm the cartoonist behind the Domination.com. It's a zombie-based webcomic. It follows a bunch of zombie slackers during the more humorous aspects of the zombie apocalypse. We update 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and basically follow all things zombie, pretty much.
And so what are some of your influences? Why did you start this webcomic?
I think it was pretty much when I was a kid, and I snuck downstairs to watch Night of the Living Dead by George Romero, and I'm fairly certain that damaged me beyond any hope of recovery. So it also began like a lifelong obsession with zombies and things of the macabre and things like that. But I can't take anything seriously, so I have to put like a humorous spin on whatever I do. So that leads to the comic itself.
And your background in drawing, your art's really good. Where did
thank you.
Did you go to school? What kind of background do you have?
Well, like most artists, I'm mostly self-taught, because it was either, my parents either gave me art supplies when I was a kid, or I would get expelled, so it was either be an artist or have a life of crime. And since I'm too short and pretty, I don't think I'd do really well in prison. I'd probably be traded for a couple packs of cools, and that would be my first day of prison, and it's only going to go downhill from there. So I think I prefer being an artist, pretty much. Just, like I said, too short, too pretty for prison.
Tell us some of the stuff that you're currently working on along the lines of the Domination. It's just constantly doing the webcomic, that's really it? Or are you working on other stuff?
Right now we're getting ready to start publishing our books. We're going to be sending them out and getting them done at Lulu.com. Then basically we're going to cons trying to expand our fan base, as well as sell some of our different products. But as for the comic after this, we're going to try different applications and maybe in a few cartoons.
So right now you've got the webcomic, you've got a sketchbook you just barely put out within the last year.
Sure.
Okay, you've got other stuff like bumper stickers, things that you do. You're a graphic designer by trade, right? Yeah,
I've been a graphic artist for about 14 years, working as a pre-production artist for a screen printing company in Salt Lake City. I got my bachelor's degree at Weaver State in illustration, and like I said, I either draw or I go to prison, so I choose this.
So, how long has your webcomic been on?
I think I've had it up for about 2 years, but in the middle of the night, about 1 o'clock, it seems like it's been up for forever. But yeah, we're going on 2 years now. Everything seems to be going fairly well. With any luck, one day I'll be able to use it as a stepping stone and taking over the entire world and grinding it beneath my booted heel. That's the plan anyway. World domination. But I think pretty much every person here, whether they're an author or an artist, has plans for global domination. Just mine involves rotting creatures taking over the world for me.
So in the last couple of years, you've just come on the scene as a webcomic.
Oh yeah.
Pimping your stuff at cons and so forth. What has been your biggest challenge, do you think, for getting exposure?
My challenge is time. Like I said, I work a full-time job. I do this in part-time jobs. Trying to balance a full-time, part-time job and still having periodic times when I can, see my kids and actually talk to them is pretty. It's kind of a balancing act. You got to pay attention to your kids just enough to make sure they go to Harvard, but not ignore them to the point where they become serial killers, because that's kind of bad for my retirement. I mean, I'm relying on my kids to take care of me when I'm old, because this ain't working to take care of me right now. So I got to make sure my kids don't end up as serial killers, or I'm probably screwed.
So, someone who wants to get into what you're doing, just the genre or publishing or webcomics, or what kind of advice would you have for them?
When it comes to webcomics, it could not be more easy. All you need basically is a domain, a hosting site. I run my site using WordPress and ComicPress, which is extremely easy to learn and to run a webcomic. It takes care of all the heavy lifting when it comes to website design and things like that. And then when it comes to actually making a webcomic, all it takes is some discipline. You're going to lose a tremendous amount of sleep. You're going to be burning the candles at both ends, but if you really, really want to do it and you have the drive to do it, you'll find a way.
So, pimp yourself again.
Sure. I'm Carter Reid with the Zombie Nation, all one word, ZombieNation.com, and we are a humorous webcomic about the end of the world.
Is there anything else you'd like to put in there?
Put in there, let me see. I think I mentioned that I was too pretty for prison. Yeah, definitely too pretty for prison. I think that ought to cover it.
Give us your best zombie.
My best zombie?
Do a zombie. Come on.
I can do that. I can do that. I gotta look at this later on because I'm gonna be really embarrassed that I did that.
Tell us about some of the stuff you have on your table.
Oh yeah, do that.
Sure. These are my sketchbooks. They've been selling really well at the con today. I can't stand the sketchbooks that you see at a store. They're usually not enough pages and they're too flimsily built. So I just make my own, and when somebody buys it for an extra $5, I do a sketch of them as a zombie in there. We've got a tremendous amount of zombie decals, the zombie family that you can stick on the back of your car, bumper stickers and things like that. Selection of magnets. We have our Cthulhu stickers, which are always fun.
I will definitely be picking one of those later.
Oh yeah. At my day job, I get access to our digital press, so I'm able to print our own bookmarks, so we sell these as well as a whole bunch of different things. Of course, you got to have Cthulhu and various different zombie ones.
Talk a little about your bookmarks, about what material they're made out of, and how any of your covers of these are that too, right?
Oh yeah.
Talk about that, because that's some really cool material.
Well, at my day job, I'm a pre-press graphic artist. So they give me access to the press, so we basically specialize in printing on different plastics. Some of my posters right here are printed on a polished polycarbonate, so they're actually waterproof. The material is so strong that the three of us couldn't rip it, so it's the most zombie-proof poster used to figure out what type of zombie is attacking you could possibly buy.
Nice. And all this stuff is available on your website?
You bet. Just go to thezombination.com, hit the store, and you can get any of those, and we offer free shipping on the posters.
Do you have any other questions, Adrian?
What's this nice looking book over here?
Oh, that's my Necronomicon. I actually made this, let's see, out of a Super Sculpey and baked it in my oven. It's got a nice cuddly face on the front, horrifying eyeballs on the back. And it's just pretty much so that I had to have the weirdest sketchbook known to man. These pages are just regular pages that I soaked in coffee for 2 days and cooked in my oven, which made my house smell awesome. And I used that for sketching some of my more twisted and evil stuff, but it does make the pages look like they're about 100 years old.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Okay,
thank you very much.
Thanks for doing this.
Hope I didn't sound too...
No, it was great. That was awesome.
Too much of a goober.
That was awesome. It's like, I'm too pretty for prison, so that was awesome.